lights low, camera on me, wave crash in the background. Welcome to the story, stay wavy with the Jab TV, with the hook, every round heavy now. Better take a good look, ring bell, gloves up, hear the bass get loud. We make the camera shake.
Good, y'all. It's your boy Wavy. I got some very shocking breaking news for y'all, man. So unified heavyweight champion Oleksandr Usyk wants Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder to be his next opponent in 2026. Now, this is shocking because Oleksandr Usyk is coming off of a knockout win against Daniel Dubois, right? He beat Tyson Fury twice, dropped Tyson Fury in the first fight. He beat Anthony Joshua twice, right? Like, there's really nothing left for Oleksandr Usyk left to do. But we did always want to see a fight between Usyk and Deontay Wilder before that trilogy he had with Tyson Fury. I think a lot of people felt like because Deontay Wilder has that explosive right hand that we haven't seen as of late. We got to be honest. We have not seen the same Deontay Wilder since those 3 fights against Tyson Fury, right? But before that, you know, when Oleksandr Usyk first came up from cruiserweight to heavyweight and he beat Anthony Joshua, a lot of us boxing fans, we wanted to see Usyk get in there with a Deontay Wilder because we all know if Wilder could somehow land that right hand, he possibly could knock out Usyk, right? But when you look at Deontay Wilder now, right, he lost 2 fights against Tyson Fury. The first fight was a draw. He lost in dominant fashion to Joseph Parker. He got brutally knocked out by Zhang, you know what I'm saying? Deontay Wilder is not the same fighter, right? And Deontay Wilder is one of my favorite boxers of all time. He's in my top 5. And I know I'm going to get a lot of criticism from that from boxing fans, but I don't give a fuck, okay? Deontay Wilder in his prime was must-see TV. You know when Deontay Wilder fought, you were going to see a knockout or you were going to see somebody get dropped, bro. I'll never forget the second fight that Deontay Wilder had with Bermane Stiverne, bro, where he did the James Harden Euro two-step and knocked out Stiverne, bro. Like, that's my greatest moment in boxing history, bro. Shout out to Deontay Wilder. But my question is this. Why would Oleksandr Usyk want to have a fight with Wilder? Like, is this a cherry pick before he fights Fabio Wardley? That's what I'm guessing. I'm guessing he wants a cherry pick. And I hate to say that about one of my favorite fighters, but I think most people would agree. Deontay Wilder is a cherry pick for Oleksandr Usyk, man. Oleksandr Usyk is just too skilled, bro. Like, good defense, you know, great skills, great jab, great footwork. I think his style is all wrong for Deontay Wilder, bro. All wrong. So let's get into what the Ukrainian had to say. So Oleksandr Usyk, last time we seen him, he beat Daniel Dubois to become a 2-time undisputed heavyweight champion. Usyk, who was 38, then vacated his WBO belt with Britain's Fabio Wardley upgraded from interim to full champion. He said, I continue fighting next year. I want to fight Deontay Wilder. I think it's interesting, he told Boxing King Media. Wilder, a former WBC world champion and once the division's most feared puncher, has struggled since his trilogy with Tyson Fury. To be fair, I think Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury have both struggled since that trilogy. Both fighters are not the same, okay? Let's be honest, right? Tyson Fury lost to Francis Ngannou, right? He did win on the judges' scorecards, but he got dropped by Francis Ngannou, and many people think he lost that fight, right? Tyson Fury did put on a great performance against Usyk in the first fight. I would say both fights. I got to give credit when it's due. Tyson Fury got dropped in the first fight against Usyk. Some people think Fury won the second fight. I disagree. I gave both fights to Usyk. But Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury, bro, they took so much damage in those 3 fights, man, that I don't think these guys are ever going to be the same, bro. Like, they're both in their late 30s. I think Deontay Wilder is like, what, 40 now? Usyk is 38. Tyson Fury's got to be like, what, 37, 38? These guys are all on the back end of their career. So the American stock plummeted after back-to-back stoppage defeats by Joseph Parker in 2023 and Zhilei in 2024. That's cap. Wilder did not get stopped against Joseph Parker. That's cap. He lost to Joseph Parker. He got stopped by Zhilei, man. That's why you got to watch these websites that we check out because they don't know boxing. So after more than a year out, Wilder, who's 40, returned in June with a low-key 7th-round stoppage of little-known Terrell Anthony Herndon, right? I can't give Wilder... I love the fact that Wilder finally got a win, but we're not going to give Wilder credit for beating some guy that nobody knows, okay? For all we know, Terrell Anthony Herndon is a part-time Uber driver, part-time boxer. Nobody knows who that guy is, so I'm not giving Wilder credit for that. Despite that decline, Usyk still views the Bronze Bomber as a marquee name, and that's a fact, right? Whether you like him or not, Deontay Wilder is a big name in the sport of boxing, right? Like, that's a fact. A lot of people know who Deontay Wilder is. We all know who he was in his prime. We all know that Anthony Joshua was scared to death of Deontay Wilder. And I agree with Usyk on that. Usyk says he is a world champion guy, a very famous and strong guy, one of the great heavyweights of the last 10 years. I agree. He said, I spoke with my team and said he is the first option. Usyk chose to vacate his WBO title rather than face mandatory challenger Fabio Wardley. He may still be able to fit in a voluntary defense with Wilder if an opponent is agreed quickly. With several mandatory challengers with other organizations already tied up, WBC interim champion Ajit Caballo meets Damian Kinba on the 10th of January, while the IBF has ordered Richard Torres Jr. to face Frank Sanchez in the final eliminator. WBA regular champion Kubrat Pulev is scheduled to fight Murat Gasayev on the 12th of December. Usyk, who has twice beaten Fury, Dubois, and AJ, has previously said he plans to fight only 2 more years and aiming to return to the ring in 2026. So that's what's up, man. Usyk, who's 38, is basically going to fight until he turns like about 41. I think Usyk turns 39 next year. Oh, 40, right? He'll probably be 40 by the time he hangs it up. But I honestly thought Usyk was going to retire, y'all. I am interested in seeing Usyk versus Moses Atama. But after Moses Atama had an opportunity to become a mandatory for Usyk, the fact that he chose not to take that fight, I don't think we're ever going to see Usyk versus Moses Atama. At the end of the day, Atama's only, 20 years old? I think he turns 21 in a month or two. It's a good job that they're not rushing him to fight a Usyk because, you know, he probably will lose. You know what I'm saying? So the Olympic gold medalist became undisputed champion at cruiserweight before moving up to heavyweight, where he outpointed Fury to become boxing's first undisputed champion in 25 years. So what do you guys think about this, right? Like, let's be honest, right? Let's be honest. If Usyk fights Wilder next year, we're all gonna watch the fight, but we all know who's gonna win the fight. I don't think anybody that's a real boxing fan would pick Wilder to beat Usyk, right? But if you're Deontay Wilder, do you want to take this fight? Because this would give Wilder an opportunity to become champion again. Listen, if Wilder somehow knocks out Usyk, right, he will be back in the spotlight to potentially have an opportunity to become undisputed at heavyweight, because he would take the belts that Usyk has, and all he would have to do then is fight Fabio Wardley, and he has a chance at becoming undisputed. And if you're Deontay Wilder and you hate the fact that you lost 2 fights against Tyson Fury, you believe that Tyson Fury cheated, had, you know, issues with his gloves, right? What a better way than to rewrite your boxing career than to beat the guy who beat the guy. You beat Usyk, you beat the guy that beat Fury twice. And you don't got to fight Fury again because Fury's retired. We all hearing that Fury's coming back to boxing next year, but I honestly don't give a fuck. Bro, I think this would be the perfect way for Wilder to end his career, man. Listen, bro, Deontay Wilder is 40 years old. At the end of the day, he would get a massive payday to fight Usyk. And like I said, man, like, this would be your final opportunity to become champion again at heavyweight, you know? So I think Wilder should do it. Give it his all in training camp. And listen, if you lose to Usyk, like, listen, if you're Wilder, you have nothing to lose, right? Wilder has nothing to lose fighting Usyk. If he loses, guess what? He can retire. If he wins, he's unified champion, and he has an opportunity to become undisputed champion, right? Wilder obviously doesn't want to retire yet, which is why he took that tune-up against that guy that we all don't know. And shout out to Usyk for giving Wilder the opportunity to be champion again, man. I think that just goes to show, man, Oleksandr Usyk seems to be a good dude. The fact that you know, he's giving Wilder his props for being one of the best heavyweight boxers in the past 10 years. He's giving him the opportunity to be champion again, man. Shout out to Oleksandr Usyk, bro, but this is a cherry pick. We got to be honest. Let's not get too soft on this shit. Like, this is a cherry pick. Usyk would probably stop Wilder. Let's just call it what it is. I would say Usyk would probably stop Wilder in 6 rounds. But I would be rooting for Deontay Wilder. Boom, squad. I'm going for my boy Wilder, man. I'm going for my boy Wilder to pull off the upset. Would I bet money on it? Hell no. But I think this is the perfect opportunity for Deontay Wilder to at least have some closure in his boxing career. You can tell that those Fury fights really... I don't think Wilder sleeps good. I think the reason why Wilder hasn't retired, guys, is because I just don't think he can accept the fact that he lost to Tyson Fury twice, bro. And I think that this Usyk fight would give him the closure that he needs to, you know, retire and move on with his life, man. So let me know what you guys think about this. It's your boy Wavy, StayWavyTV. Make sure y'all subscribe, thumbs up the video, share the video. And let me know what y'all think about this topic in the comment section, man. Do you want to see Usyk versus Wilder? Let me know in the comments, man. Thank y'all for watching. I really appreciate it. I'm out.
You're watching StayWavyTV, your spot for boxing previews, fight breakdowns, and instant reactions the second the bell rings. Round 3? Nah, we're just getting started. Smash that like, tap the bell, and stay tuned for your